You confuse kindness with weakness, and the world is already deciding whether you're useful or disposable. You hear that? It's the quiet accounting people do when they measure your availability against their appetite. They will take your goodwill until nothing remains of it but a polite habit, then call you generous while stepping over you. That first blow, the moment you realize you have been giving away your dignity, is where men harden into something true. Kindness is a weapon when wielded with intention. It becomes a liability when it is a habit born of fear. You were taught to be gentle, to apologize first, to soften your voice until people stop listening. You call that virtue. Others call it an open door. Marcus Aurelius would remind you that you have power only over your mind, not outside events. Yet you hand your power to people like a child gives a toy to a dog. They will chew it up. Look at how you behave. You bend your schedule, your principles, your time, to avoid discomfort. You say yes to preserve peace, but what you preserve is not peace. It's your reputation as someone who will never challenge, never demand, never set a boundary. The consequence is predictable. When you never refuse, when you excuse the inexcusable because you crave their approval, you teach people how to treat you. The lesson they learn is merciless. You are safe to take from. Seneca taught that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. But you are suffering in practice because you let the future of your own character be auctioned off to anyone with a louder voice. Your kindness, untethered from reason, becomes a currency others spend without returning change. The man who never enforces a limit ends up with no limits at all. Friendships that are one-sided, work that bleeds you dry, lovers who think your patience is infinite. That is not generosity. That is erosion. There is a Stoic cruelty you must learn, not cruelty to others, but cruelty to the false self that believes it must be liked at all costs. Epictetus would say, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. React now. React by refusing to perform your worth. Stop being everyone's convenience. When your kindness is a performance for approval, it's not kindness, it's theater. And theater gets applause, not respect. Respect is not given for a soft hand. It is earned when you own your limits and keep them. People respect the man who says no without shame, because his no carries the weight of a life. When you accept disrespect in the name of kindness, you are the one complicit in your own diminishing. Don't let your conscience be a leash you wear so others can lead you further astray. There is a mistaken romance to the wounded savior who sacrifices himself daily to prove he is noble. That story sounds noble until you notice the cost. Your dreams ill-kept, your mornings exhausted, your dignity handed away in small, repetitive betrayals. Seneca warned against losing yourself in service to flatteries. True service asks, will this action preserve your soul's coherence, or will it scatter it? You think silence will save you. You think silence is peaceful. It's not. Silence can be cowardice, disguised as serenity. When you stonewall your anger, when you swallow your hurt because confrontation is uncomfortable, you are practicing resentment. Resentment is the slow poison that turns kindness into sycophancy. The Stoic way isn't to never feel outrage. It's to manage it, to convert feeling into principled boundary. Boundaries are not punishments, they are signposts. They tell the world who you are and what you will not tolerate. They make kindness legible. When you give without condition, your gift has no value. When you give from abundance, when your kindness is a choice, not a compulsion, it returns to you in ways that sustain rather than deplete. Marcus's quiet reminder that character is formed by daily acts, not by declarations, applies here. To be kind wisely requires discipline. Imagine two men. One gives out of fear of being alone. His days are congested with obligations, his nights empty of peace. The other gives selectively, fiercely, because he chooses whom to serve and why. Which man do you think stands taller in the eyes of the world? Which one keeps his sleep? The world respects the man who keeps his soul intact, not the one who fragments himself to patch someone else's life. This is not an argument against compassion. Far from it. Stoicism is not heartless. Its heart is exacting. It says, see clearly, act deliberately. If someone is suffering, help them. But take care to help without losing yourself. The Stoic aid is efficient and kind. It does not enable weakness, nor does it tie your worth to their response. Help, but help as a ruler gives resources, with an eye on the future and the common good. You will be accused of being hard. You will be labeled cold. Those are the cheap judgments of the comfortable who prefer someone else to take the cost. Let them call you hard. Better a hardened man with a wide soul than a soft man with a bottomless pit at his center. The irony is this: when you stop giving from lack, people begin to respect you precisely because your kindness is scarce. The very scarcity that stings them will teach them to value you. Practice this as a discipline. Start with small refusals. Keep an hour sacred. Say no to the favors that become habit. Watch how the world rearranges itself around you. Some doors will close. Good. Some people will leave. Good. Your life will be less crowded by the trivial and more hospitable to the essential. You will be lighter and stronger. When you cut away the habit of self-erasure, you discover a strange thing. Kindness becomes more potent. A measured kindness is like a controlled burn. It clears the weeds and allows the garden to grow. Your gestures are no longer diluted. They are concentrated, and they change things. People notice when a man gives what he has of himself with discretion and dignity. That notice is respect. So stop hiding behind niceties that cost you your reality. Stop apologizing for your needs as if they were crimes. You are not a problem to be tolerated. You are a life to be stewarded. Marcus would tell you to be the commander of your own reason. Epictetus would tell you to guard the citadel of your mind. Seneca would remind you that life is short for waste. If you want to be kind and also keep respect, learn to be inconvenient. Be inconvenient in the right ways. Inconvenient to cruelty, inefficient systems, lazy expectations, the theft of your time. Be inconvenient to those who would take you for granted. That inconvenient truth will repel the comfort seekers and attract the worthy. Be kind by choice, not habit. Close the door on those who use you. Respect follows the man who protects himself. Real love never asks you to shrink. Give, but never at the cost of your soul.